Good morning, everybody. MG here, MGCovers, bringing you my first NHL betting preview of the season on October the 10th, 2019. We have a lot of stuff to go over. Let's dive right into it. This is the first day I'm showing you guys power rankings. I'm showing you these for free. If you want to see them without looking at the video, they're posted on my site. Just go to mgcovers.com. You'll see that as the very first post. What I'm going to do today is show you how the power rankings will be listed, how you can handicap using the power rankings. If you're somewhat knowledgeable about handicapping, how you can subscribe to the power rankings and get those. And we're actually going to preview these games as well. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of details. Again, the website, mgcovers.com. If you're watching this video for the first time, you love the content, or you're a long-time watcher, please, I'm begging you, subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. It helps grow the channel. Like the video as well. If there's any type of something else you want to see me cover in sports handicapping, just post a comment below in the comment section. Have a huge special we're running right now. Huge. Normally, our picks are $49.95 per month. That's for all picks, all sports. If you stayed on for 6 months, that'd be $300. But we're running a quote NHL special, so you get all picks, all sports for $199 for 6 months. That would be all of our NHL plays, all of our college football plays, all of our NFL plays, NCAA basketball when it starts up. So this will take you, if you join now, that'll take you all the way through April. NHL, again, is my best sport. I love handicapping NHL. We can hit some really big dogs, up 30 units last year. So expect a really good year this year as well. That offer will expire October the 20th. If you would like to join, there is a link in the description box. All you have to do is just click on that, and it will take you right there to sign up. All right, have that out of the way. So let's look at the power rankings. Now, if you're somebody that just wants the power rankings, you can get power rankings for all my sports that I handicap for $19.95 a month. You can sign up 3 days for $1, then $19.95 a month thereafter. Now, I might, once you subscribe, what you're looking at, it might look a little bit differently. It will flow a lot better than it looks now. I just sort of put this together this morning. But let's go ahead and dive into these games and show you how this all looks and how you convert the numbers, et cetera, et cetera. First game we're going to look at, go to the third game there, Tampa, Toronto. I'm going to break this down completely. Tampa off to a slower start than probably most people would guess. They're struggling on defense, only killing 67% of the power plays. Realize it's early on, but that is what the percentage is. We have them at a 95 power ranking. Toronto looks good, scoring some goals. We have them at a 115 power ranking. Now, if you look over there to the left, that's my NHL money line. What we do is we take that power ranking number, and there's another video, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, how I come up with these numbers is I use a combination of even goal differential, power play percentage, and penalty kill percentage. And I put all that, I have a little formula that I'll use to compute a power ranking number. Now, so we have Tampa 95, Toronto 115. So we look over there and we find that 95 for Tampa, and that converts into 47. Actually, I can show it right here. See this right here? So you got Tampa 95, and that converts to 47. And what that means is, so 47, Tampa has a 47, per my power rankings stat model, they have a 47% chance of winning this game. So that would convert into plus 115. And if we look at the actual line, I just checked it earlier. Let's pull this up here. They are currently somewhere like, they've actually moved to the favorite in some places. It looks like they're minus 105. Okay, so the way I handicap and look at this game, so in order for me to play Tampa Bay, that line would have to be lower than plus 115. So the way I would cap it, if you would play Tampa today, you would be overpaying for that team. That's how I handicap. Now, some other things I factor in as well, situational angles, but that's how I look at that specific side. And one quick thing, I'm looking at this video. Man, I look dark. I've got some lighting coming on. I'm doing some trying to upgrade and make the viewing experience better. So I do apologize that I look like I'm just in a dark room somewhere. But I've got the window open. Got the sunshine coming in. Got the lights. There's a little bit of light. Okay. So hopefully I will improve on that. Anyway, so I digress here. Let's get back on subject here. Toronto's a 115. So if you look up here, 115, that converts into a 58% chance of winning. So Toronto has a 58% chance of winning per my power ranking. So if you look down here, that converts the 58 converts into a minus 140 line. Now, where am I coming up with that? The lines, I didn't have room to post this here. If you go to the website, MGCovers.com, see the first post, I have, you'll see all of this that you're seeing up here, but you'll also see the conversion percentages below. So all you have to do is you'll see the 58 and then the line that converts into. So it's just basically implied probability. So 58% chance of winning converts into a minus 140 line. So when I put this together, you would take how I handicap. So then I have Toronto at minus 140, and I look at the line right now. Depending on what book you go to, we're seeing minus 110, minus 112. So there is value in Toronto, and how I would calculate that, let's say the line that we can play is 110. So we take minus 110 divided by 140. That comes up to 0.78. We subtract 1, and we get 22% margin on Toronto. So in essence, we're buying Toronto at a 22% discount. That's what we call value. So that's the quick version. The previous video I did yesterday, I broke down my first win when we played Carolina the other night. You can kind of see that a little bit more detailed, how I do all that. So that's that. So let's go back up to the very first game and kind of go through these games, some insight from my side. Detroit, power ranking 95, facing Montreal on the road. Montreal 106. Tough loss last night for Montreal in overtime to Buffalo. Buffalo, really good team, it looks like, out the gate. Detroit has the probably advantage as far as fatigue. They're rested. Montreal playing their first back-to-back this year. Next game, Edmonton 120. On the power ranking, New Jersey Devils is 80. And if you see this chart over the left, 120 is the highest. And you see the corresponding number 60, and all the way at the bottom, 80, corresponding number is 40. The reason I have those numbers, if you go look at all the great hockey teams of the past, if you go look at the final standings, the best teams in hockey have a 60% chance of winning at best. So therefore, if you pay or play any line over minus 150, you're overpaying. That's just the way it is. And then even the worst teams in NHL have a 40% chance of winning. So that line would be plus 150. So that's how I cap it. You'll never, and even if you played the minus 150 line, there's not going to be any value to that. So in order for me to play that, I would have to have a team. In order for me to play, I just wouldn't play it. So probably the lowest line I would play as a favorite would be somewhere around minus 130. And occasionally I'll do that if my power rankings show a team at a 60. All right, so we kind of got off topic there. Edmonton playing really good hockey. Connor McDavid's a beast. They look really good out the gate so far. New Jersey Devils struggling to score, struggling to play defense. Mackenzie Blackwood will be in the net tonight for the Devils. Last year was his rookie year. You know, he actually showed flashes of brilliance at times, but I think you would categorize his year as average, and he's already struggled his first two starts out the gate. So interesting to see how he progresses in year two. Next game, Toronto-Tampa, we already covered that. Toronto is the favorite on my power rankings, 115-95. Anaheim-Pittsburgh. Anaheim 105, Pittsburgh an 86. Anaheim, classic Anaheim. They started to improve a lot last year towards the end of the season. No power play goals this year for Anaheim. But they've killed every power play this year so far, so 100% on the penalty kill for Anaheim. St. Louis, Ottawa. St. Louis looks to be strong again this year. Jordan Bennington in the pipes. However, they come in at a 101 power ranking, 50% chance of winning this. That's how I cap the game. I just pump out the numbers. I don't do it like the sports books do it with a margin. Ottawa, lowest power ranking you can have at 80, so a 40% chance of winning that game for Ottawa. Next game, Washington, Nashville. Nashville looks good out the gate. They're 103 power ranking, Washington 94. Nashville 11 goals in 3 games. Next game over there in the top right, Minnesota 110, Winnipeg 83. Winnipeg struggling to. No, they're actually scoring some, just no defense there for Winnipeg, which is reflected in that 83 power ranking. San Jose is an 81 power ranking, Chicago 117. But note, Chicago has only played one game, so that's only one game of stats. So it's hard to say that's a valid. It's just not a valid sample yet. So they only played one game. So if you're looking at that game, please approach that game with caution. Interesting, San Jose only scored 4 goals in 4 games. Odd for that team. Moving along, we have Calgary, Dallas. You have a good offensive team going against a good defensive team. Calgary's the favorite on my power rankings at a 100. Dallas is a 90. Next game, Boston, Colorado. Sort of similar. Boston, good defensive team. Colorado scoring. They've had 6 goals in 2 games they've played, Colorado, but struggling to defend the power play. Only 63% on the penalty kill through 2 games. And then finally, we have Vegas, Arizona on the road. Facing Arizona on the road. Arizona 98 power ranking. Vegas, the max on my power rankings at 120. Vegas looking really strong. 30% on the power play, 92% on the penalty kill. Arizona, always a good defense, so that should be a good game. So that's a quick overview of how to do power rankings and a quick betting preview. So just to quickly summarize this, if you want to get the power rankings, I'm going to start posting these daily for subscribers starting on Sunday, because then I'll have enough stats to where there's the games will be more predictable that way. It's hard to say a stat model is valid after like 2 games. So by Sunday morning, I'll start posting them daily for subscribers. $19.95 a month if you want the power rankings, and you would get power rankings for all the other sports, including we're going to do NBA basketball, something we've added, NCAA basketball, NHL, college football, NFL. We don't have power rankings for college football, just FYI. And if you want to get all of my picks for all sports, that's $199 for 6 months. Offer expires October 20th. Love to have you as a client. And finally, don't forget to subscribe. Greatly appreciate you guys out there who watch these videos on a daily basis. I hope everybody has a profitable day in NHL. My Bravos struggled last night. That was sad to see. Sad to see. But anyway, hey, we got a young team, look to be much improved even next year if we make some changes. So peace. Hope everybody has a great day.